News alert.
Joining us here on 19 News at 5 o'clock, also streaming on 19 News Plus. I'm Chris Fry. Tiffany Tucker has the evening off. We begin with breaking news. A hazmat situation at the Akron water plant. 3 people taken to the hospital after chlorine gas was mistakenly released from the plant. Caitlin McCarthy is live at the scene tonight with more. Caitlin.
Yeah, Chris, we're working to find out an update on those 3 people who were taken to the hospital after a chlorine gas was released into the air here at the Akron water plant. We're just over half a mile from that water plant. Officials in this area telling people who live within a half-mile radius to shelter in place inside, close their windows, and shut off their HVAC system. Take a look down here. You can see right now the crews are out here right now from both Kent and Akron fire departments. Again, this is the Akron water plant, but we are in Franklin Township, which is in Portage County, pretty close to Kent. So officials from the city of Akron tell us a chemical reaction happened after the chemical alum was mistakenly added to 2 tanks of a mixture commonly known as bleach. Now, people in this area, again, told to shelter in place, close their windows, and turn off their HVAC system. They're also telling people that if they're experiencing any respiratory issues or if they smell bleach, to seek medical attention. Right now, it's not too much activity coming in and out of this spot. We're seeing a state trooper come out of here. Again, we're trying to work to find an update on the 3 people who were hospitalized from this chemical reaction. Again, chlorine gas released into the air. Officials of the city of Akron are also saying this is not a water issue. The water is still safe to drink. This is more of an air issue. So as soon as we have another update for you, we will bring it to you live here on air. But for now, reporting live in Franklin Township, Caitlin McCarthy, 19 News.